Good to have you on the show, sir. All right. With the opposition boycotting this vote and an ongoing war in the northern region of Tigray, I mean, is this really the political landslide victory as it's being reported as?
Well, good morning and thank you for having me. It's a landslide if you consider the fact that over 90% of registered voters, came out to take part in the elections. And if the the Prosperity Party won, 90% of those votes, it can be said to be legitimate. If you look at the opposition areas that boycotted the elections, they are restricted to particular regions that didn't vote, and even in the Oromia region of Abiy, you would say that considering the teething problems that they have, it's a legitimate elections despite the teething problems that we saw in the elections.
Okay. With all but, I believe, 26 seats coming from Abiy's party, I mean, isn't it going to be a little difficult for Parliament to sort of properly hold the government and the Prime Minister to account and ask the really tough questions?
Well, that's correct. But if there is consensus in governance, and he includes members of the opposition parties that participated in the elections as he has promised, it would tilt towards a new kind of consensus, governance. You would remember that in Ethiopia, it has been a kind of constitutional democracy they've had along ethnic lines. The Tigray region have always dominated the ruling coalitions, and with Abiy's appointment and his decision to, move towards a much more multi-party electoral system, that kind of tilted the balance. And of course, there's going to be a response, and I would think that one would have expected a worse kind of response, worse kind of boycott, apart from the Tigray region and parts of Oromia where he comes from. These are expected resistance, but not as much as one would have expected given the kind of change that we are beginning to see in Ethiopian politics.
All right. Christopher Isike, thank you very much for joining us here on Chair 2 World. I do appreciate your analysis.